Okay, we are back here, Radioonfire.com, father and son news show. How you doing, Dad?
All right.
Good?
All right.
All right, so we got some special guests here. Let's go ahead and introduce yourselves, please.
How y'all doing? I'm Corey J. Johnson.
Hey, what's up, family? I'm Curtis McNeil.
All right, so y'all have something that the people need to know about.
Yeah,
But before we get to that, let's get in y'all business a little bit.
Oh my
Right,
goodness.
right.
Where is everybody from?
Originally, I'm from Lafayette and Castle Street, for real. Like, I grew up right there on North and Castle, you know what I mean? But my mama used to send me all over, you know what I mean? And then I joined the military, so I went all over again, and then started driving trucks when I got out. I'm all over again, so my roots is here, but my life is everywhere, you know?
Well, you know, I'm originally from Baltimore, West Baltimore. What's up, B Moore?
Okay. And so you are an author.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
How did you get into writing?
Well, this is my second time being on your show.
Mm-hmm.
I want to, first of all, thank you for bringing me back.
Absolutely.
The first time I was here, I talked about my book, Courageous. So, Courageous is a book about my brother. I had 4 published books, but I don't know. I just got the bug one day to just put some stories out there. Originally, the first book I wrote and published was about myself, being a young black man coming from Baltimore, joining the Marine Corps, traveling around the world, and all the different things that I experienced. I thought it was an intriguing, story. So it was more like a memoir book about myself. And while I was doing that, I just had an idea to write this book, Courageous, about my brother, because his life was, to me, way more exciting than my life. So.
And so now we're going to get to see this on the stage.
Correct. Yeah, it was always my vision to turn Courageous into another platform as far as the book, take it from the book form to the stage, and then hopefully to the big screen or television or something like that. So, and, one step at a time. We did the book, you had me on, and we talked about it, and we had a great interview. And the book, had moderate success here in Baltimore, trying to get the story out there. And I wrote the script for what I thought would be a good stage play. And, we're going to see what it do.
Yeah.
When you say your brother, you talking about your biological brother or the brother?
No. This is my biological brother.
Oh, okay.
His name is Avon Johnson. He was very well known in the streets of Baltimore. His street name was Flubber. I'm not sure how familiar you are with West Baltimore, and I know you're an older, seasoned gentleman than I am, and Flubber was older than me.
Right.
He had a notorious reputation. That's what I would call it, notorious reputation in the streets of Baltimore.
So you keep saying was. So.
Well, Diamond, no, I don't like to give away too much of the story,
Okay.
but he's not with us anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So what's the connection? What's the connection between y'all?
Wow, man. Wow. He wrote the screenplay, and then local director, one of the famous directors here, said he was looking for an actor, and the director said, look, I got the perfect guy. Why he thought I was the perfect guy, I don't know. I'm not even going to sign on to that, because I know it's nobody but God, So they brought me in, and Corey, CJ had me sat down and read, and I think it was like, 3 minutes after I started reading, he was like, that's it.
So y'all didn't know each other?
We didn't know each other before that. But as a result of that, let me tell y'all how God will work for real. As a result of that, CJ, he was trying to really break into the film, and do some film work. So I've been doing film work since '04, thanks to Dr. Hugh Carey, who discovered me back in 88, 89, and started me doing stage work. And as a result, later on down the line, I started doing film work, and I had already had my foot in, had some of my own equipment, I own my own production company. So we just chopped it up off of that audition, and he came on board and helped me with a project. So, you know, it's like my daddy used to say, you know, one hand wash the other, both hands wash the face. So, you know, I'm helping him with his project. He done helped me with mine. And now we starting to collab as writers and put things together so that, you know what I mean, we can really speak some volume, some words with value to a community less spoken of and less spoken to. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's our connection. I'm just an actor, just I'm blown, man. I'm blown with
what character do you play?
I'm playing Avon Johnson. I'm playing Flubber.
Oh, you the star.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've been in this business for so long, and this is the first time I ever get the opportunity to do a one-man show. Like, there's nobody else on the stage but me. There's nobody else talking. There's nobody to bounce feelings off of. There's nobody to set a tone off of. The tone is set off of me. So it's a little different world for me. But, you know, I've been trained properly, and I've been listening, which is the biggest thing. I've been listening and paying attention to what other folks have done, and some of the work that I've done in the past. You know what I mean? So it kind of helps me. But I'm blown away to be able to play this guy, man. Like, you know, growing up, you hear about guys like Flubber. When I was growing up in Baltimore City on Lafayette and Castle, big up the LNC, we heard about guys like Flubber. Flubber kind of fell in that category with guys that was movers and shakers of the city, even though it was at the street level. You know, in the street, he was a mover and a shaker. And then when you hear the stories of resilience and of compassion and the love that he had for people, it kind of lets you know, like, okay, I'm in the right lane. So, you know, I'm grateful, man. I'm blessed to even be called to do this. You know what I mean? So,
that's interesting, because now that's doubly difficult, because you know your brother.
Absolutely.
Okay, and so he got to become that brother.
Yeah.
And he can only become that brother based on what you told him, and he's got to live it and be it.
Right.
And so that's not easy. Now,
right. And then, you know, being a young dude,
no pressure.
Yeah. You know about pipes, you know that, right? But being a young dude and hearing about Brother Flubber, you know, Avon and some other brothers, hearing about Nothing and seeing Nothing and move, and just watching their style and just how they did certain things. Even though, you know, we wasn't all doing right, there was still like certain codes and certain things that said, okay, yeah, you throwing bricks at this penitentiary, but you ain't gonna be disrespectful about it. You ain't gonna, you know what I mean? You're not gonna shame your family in the midst of what you're doing. So, and seeing all of that, you know, and hearing that, I'm like, I'm kind of blown, but all at the same time, you know, I hear some of the stories that then let me know, like, nah, like dude was a real dude. He was a real man, a stand-up guy. So I'm a stand-up guy. At least I try my best to be. So that part of the pressure is kind of relieved, because I can understand, you know, what it means to see somebody without, know that you have, and then you try and extend yourself as best you can, because, you know, they say, you know, are you my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. So, you know, you got that responsibility. In the, I don't know if y'all read the book or read the story, but man, like this dude was, like, I can see myself kind of lining up with him. So it just made it a little easier to kind of dive in, because I can see myself kind of lining up with him, or I can see, you know, the more mature cats that I grew up with, that I watched, kind of lining up with him, you know. So
that makes sense. That makes sense. Corey, let me ask you a question. Why did you decide to do the one-man format?
Being perfectly honest, I don't have a background in theater, just like I didn't have a background in literature when I wrote my book. So I try to take on what I think I can handle. So in wanting to transfer the book from paperback to screenplay or script form and putting it on stage, I took on what I thought I could handle. So jumping out there doing my first play, I wasn't ready to handle a cast of 10, 15, 20 people. So I thought I could handle one person on stage, you know, molding them into the character and being able to relate the story to them as far as, you know, what I thought I could contribute and what I thought, you know, with my expertise I could handle. And I also have a very great interest in one person plays myself. I went to see Donnie Hathaway piece at Center Stage.
You saw that, right?
And the guy was phenomenal. And what I enjoy and want to bring to the people with my one person piece is the intimacy. You know, it's one person. You know, you're not bouncing off anybody else. You're bouncing off the audience. So the way the stage is going to be set up, the audience is going to be like they're in the room with him, right? So it's like he's at an NA meeting, he's telling his life story, and the audience can interact with him. You know, when he says certain things, you know, there's going to be oohs and ahs and hey man, and yeah, I heard that, you know, and laughter, hopefully, and things like that. And that'll give him the energy, you know what I mean, to bring forth the character. But to answer your question, it was honestly because I thought I could handle a one-person cast as opposed to a large cast.
Well, that goes back to what we were talking about before y'all came on the air, knowing what time it is. You understood what time it was. And to answer your question you asked me earlier, I wasn't raised in Baltimore, so so that's probably why I wasn't familiar with your brother.
Okay.
And but yeah, it's knowing what time it is, and that's good because you are able to express. I know what time it is.
Yeah, no
I like
doubt.
that. I like it. Hey, that's what it's all about.
Speaking of time,
Yeah.
what time period is the play set in?
Like I said, I took it straight from the book. So Flubber was older than me.
So this is the 80s?
70s, 80s. Actually, the period in which he's going to be acting is, the 80s. He passed away in 91. So this is, I believe, like 90, the way I wrote it in the script.
Yeah, it's the early 90s. Without giving it away, just know you come into a meeting. You know what I mean? And know you're going to take a dive into who Flubber was behind the mask. You know, the play. If we did it as a film, we might would have to do it as a period piece because of the fact that the different episodes in the film and the different scenes in the film, you wind up bouncing back and forth. You wind up being almost in present day.
Because it's a lot of reflection.
It's a lot of reflection in the play, and it's a lot of reflection that kind of tell you. You know how you hear people say, "Oh, them kids just bad. Them kids just don't want to act right. Them kids just don't want to do right." But nobody ever say, "Well, why they don't want to act right? Why they don't want to do right? What was going on? Why didn't Lord Johnny stay in school when he was the smartest kid in school? What was going on?"
It was more to the
Lord
story.
Johnny was a little bit too smart for the program they was giving him. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you'll move through. Wow, like what the early 50s.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You know, you'll move
in reflection.
through
He does go back to like
yeah.
his early childhood. And then he takes you through a couple of different things. So it's different time periods. Like you said, if we did it on film, then yeah, we would have to go back. But because of the setting for this, it's an NA meeting. I thought it was appropriate to use the NA meeting from the book.
Right.
Because it's an anniversary NA meeting. So in celebrating your anniversary meeting, you know, you gotta tell your story. So it fits. He's telling you from childhood and the things he went through, but also consider key and what I'm saying is that NA. So he was a drug addict, right? But he's recovering and he's telling you his story. So his story is gonna be around some of those topics.
Well, you know what? Let me tell you, this is a remarkable opportunity for both of you. And for you, some of the greatest actors have been discovered through those one man, one woman show. I'm not thinking about Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg
Absolutely.
became popular when she did that. This years ago, you don't even know about that. When she did that one woman act.
Absolutely.
Same thing with James L. Jones. He became one man act when he played Jack Johnson.
Right,
One man act.
right.
So, but that gives you a chance to dig
deep
and
in.
bring it out. And when you can entertain and bring those emotions to the people in the audience,
Right.
just you.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy.
That's
It's-
it. That's
Wow. Hey, Bob, it's crazy you even say that because I had a rehearsal yesterday. There was one scene in the play, and Avon, Flubber, he talked about his love for his Uncle Johnny, and he do it real quick, real fast, and real to the point. But, when you go there as an actor, when you go there, you know what I'm saying, like we taught that the foundation of acting is the reality of doing. So you can't, ain't no pretend here. You got to become. So in the midst of building that, I found myself, I don't want to say inadvertently, but I found myself drifting to, damn, how much did he really love this dude? Because the words that he say tells you, nah, it was a little more than just the disciplinarian. It was a little more than just my uncle. It was my representation of what a man is supposed to be, and how I'm supposed to conduct myself, regardless to what I'm doing. There's still a decorum that has to be followed as a man. So it's wild you say that because it took me there yesterday, and the director was sitting there. He was just like, wow, now you got it. Now you get it. And for the first time in the rehearsals where you spend time trying to learn the lines, trying to learn the lines, trying to learn the lines, trying to learn the lines. Sometimes you don't quite get to those little small nuances that tell you, like, this person, this is a real human being. For me, my biggest fear right now is it's a bunch of people still here that pay homage to this guy. That know this guy. Not heard about this guy, not know of this guy, but know this guy.
So I know him personally.
Yeah, I want to do the best I can to really to bring him back. I want to spend the evening with him, just off of the stories that I heard. You know what I mean?
Right. That's right.
So
That's right.
I'm hoping and I'm praying. I'm not even praying no more because when you pray for it, you leave it with him and he'll give it to you. But
You're very religious.
Yeah,
you mention God a lot.
I'm very spiritual, man. You know what I mean?
Feel like it's Sunday.
When you,
I do.
This life I lived when I was here, it wasn't perfect, man. You know what I mean? Like, I know what it's like to be in a program. I know what it's like to get a little bit of money. I was never no big timer, but I did my fair share. So I know what that's like. And to look over my life, I've been to the desert twice and been to Port-au-Prince once. To look over my life and see that I'm still here. I'm grateful. You know what I mean? And
that's understandable.
This dude, it makes it even greater.
How can people see this, and when does it take place?
The first debut for the play is going to be at Center Stage, Baltimore.
Nice venue.
Center Stage. Very historic theater, very, very nice theater. They have a great theater as far as the intimacy, for one person piece. And then we're going to take it around to some other theaters. We got arena players on board. We're trying to pull some other theaters in. I'm not going to mention no other names until they make the commitment, but some other theaters in Baltimore looking at us. But the debut is going to be at Center Stage, Baltimore, November the 12th, which is Veterans Day. And Curtis kind of just alluded to the fact that he's a military guy. I too am a Marine veteran. So I thought it was important to do this on Veterans Day because, we can pull in, that aspect. You know what I mean? That's another connection that we have. We both are veterans.
Right.
So, it's November the 12th, Center Stage. That's where you can see it. You can go to Center Stage website and buy tickets online, or you can go to the Center Stage box office directly. People have been calling me and hit me and texting me. I do not have tickets. Everything is online or at the box office.
That's good. That's good. So we're gonna have to check it out.
That's very good.
Yeah, I'm hoping y'all come through.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
We're trying to sell this thing out, man. I'm trying to kind of prove a point. You know what I mean? Get my name out there. I've been doing this on my own. Same with the book, pushing it, getting this story out there. It's not just about me trying to be a writer, trying to be a playwright. Flubber's story is very impactful. It's bigger than just me. You know, people need to hear the story. It's a story about redemption. Hopefully, like I say, even with the book, taking it to the stage, people will see the story, and hopefully it'll change that life. I told people, I challenge people on my page, on my social media, if you know somebody in your life that's going through a struggle and you planning on buying a ticket for yourself, buy a ticket for that person and bring them to the play, because I guarantee you it'll change their life.
Oh, I'm going to give it to you. Listen, I'm going to call it like it is. I'm going to give it to you because, I mean, hearing the stories, man, he gave it to us. Like, it's a bunch of cats in this city that's clean right now because of this dude right here. Like, you know, and they was clean, and then they fell off the wagon, and, you know, when everybody turned their back, you know what I mean, on them, he was the one that said, nah, look, okay, we all gonna fall short, you know what I mean, we all, I'm one bag of dope away from being, you know, from getting high again, so, nah, I got you, it's kept, man, I heard some stories, man, we wound up at a rehearsal, and at the rehearsal they was having a NA meeting, like, and it was like a big celebration where they had somebody coming in from out of town. Well, Corey tells one of the guys, he tell one of the guys, he say, the guy say, hey man, I heard you wrote a book about your brother, blah blah blah, and Corey said, yeah, you know, we changed it to a play, we great performing. He said, wow. He said, yeah, the guy that played him, he's standing right there. So I'm getting some food, you know, I'm trying to be humble, and then I get a taste of my own humble pie, because the dude walk over, he like, hey man, you playing Flubber, man? And I say, yeah, man. I said, yeah, you know, I'm gonna do the best I can. He just looked at me, man. He paused for a minute. He say, yo, Flubber was a real dude, man. And he walked off. He didn't say no more to me. He just looked at me and said, yo, he was a real dude. So then a few guys started telling me stories about the things that he did just to help them, you know, get clean, stay clean, or come back to being clean. And I'm just sitting there like, wow, like, this city owe this dude a lot. Like, the city owe this dude a lot. You know what I mean? The programs owe this dude a lot.
Well, you know, I've always said that, contrary to what you said about your life, I've always said that everybody life can be an Academy Award winning movie. You know what I mean? Everybody got a story to tell.
Yeah, that's one of my mantras. Everybody has a story.
Everybody got a story, man.
You know, one of my homeboys.
Some people just don't tell it well, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, some people scared to tell it, man.
Yeah.
Y'all was talking about that our illustrious dummy earlier. Like, he got a story he's scared to talk about, man. He's scared to death. But we ain't gonna go there about him, because we don't want him to get no time over this great man that we talking about. But he got a story to tell that he's scared to tell.
Yeah.
But I got a homeboy, Troy, hit me and said me. So I gotta get up with him. What up, Troy? T Melton. What's going on? All my family. You know what I mean? Come through, and all my Woodbourne family, all my East Baltimore family, West Baltimore family, South Baltimore family, North Baltimore family, South Carolina family. I know y'all gonna be in the house. Y'all come through and check it out November 12th at the Center Stage here in Baltimore. That's right. Listen, I'm gonna say this, y'all. I ain't gonna say no more. Just like I said for the movie premiere, it used to be a time they wouldn't let us down there unless we was cleaning the houses, man. So now you got a dude from Lafayette and Castle Street who had a 4th grade education, who came from nothing, and y'all know the gut I came from. Now we great being Center Stage. So if I'm there, that means y'all there. Come, enjoy it. We gonna have fun.
Yeah. Well, y'all done got me fired up.
Ready to go.
Fired up. So y'all got to be in the house, November the 12th.
All right, all right.
Yeah, we're going to check it out. November 12th. Yeah.
Definitely thank y'all for coming through.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having us.
How can people stay in touch with you?
We both on most social media platforms. I'm on Facebook, Corey, Corey Jay Johnson. I'm on IG, Corey Jay31. Holla at your boy.
Holla at your boy.
Wow. Wow, you know what, thanks. Because you just gave me a platform to do this. I never had to do this before, so that's all new to me. All right, so I'm on Facebook, right? I'm still old school, man. I like a phone call.
It's all good.
I'm on Facebook, Curtis McNeil. You can look me up on Facebook, Baltimore City, Maryland. You'll see a picture of a dude walking through the city. He bigger than the city, but anyway, you can go there, or you can go to my Instagram, and that's like, what is it?
Curtis McNeil 12.
Is it Curtis.McNeil12?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's like Curtis.McNeil12. Hit me on Instagram. You know, you can send me pictures, whatever. Don't ask me to send you no pictures because I don't know how to do it yet on Instagram. But I think that's the you can go to www.cntfilms.com and you can see my directorial debut in film, Thick as Thieves. It's hot. I'm pretty sure if you're from Baltimore City, if you're from Detroit, if you're from Chicago, if you're from LA, if you're from California, if you're from Atlanta, New York, Philadelphia, basically all the places that's got inner city hoods.
Yeah, all the places where black people live.
Yeah, all the places where black folk live at. You will find yourself in this film.
Yeah.
You will find yourself in this film. It's called Thick as Thieves. So you can also catch me at www.cntfilms.com.
All right.
All right. So we'll be back next week. It's going to be election day.
That's right.
So we're going to be having election coverage. I'm feeling good. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, brother. Hey,
please vote.
Be here. I'm grateful.
Get out and vote. Rock the vote. Rock the vote.
Definitely.
Please
Thanks again, fellas. And we'll see y'all next week.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Okay. All right. That's good. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, we're going to come check it out.